Again, the day 94 continues with the qualities and who is blessed amongst all the devotees. And now they are highlighting about the youth. Generally, we see a lot of people when they become old, when they are incapable of doing anything, and when they are put to a corner by the family members, not devoting any time to them, then they say, "Oh Ram, Sri Ram," isn't it? But here, the author, rather the poet, puts it in a different way. He says, Sada sevi aranya tarunya kali milena kada kalpane cheni meli jalena manim nishchayo dhruda jacha Jinim dhanyato dasa sarvottamacha Jinim danyato dasa sarvottamacha. He says, the best devotee of the greatest God is one who? The one who enjoys the solitude even in the youth. What does it mean then? See, Sadha always sevi, that is stays or enjoys or relishes or revels, Aranya, forest, Tarunya Kali. Taruna means in the youth. Here, forest in the sense, not that one has to live the urban life or whatever it is and go and sit in the forest. He says, a person who can enjoy solitude, aloneness. In the sense, one is a best friend of one's own self. We have become so restless that we need something or the other to interact in the world, where the mind can flow through the sense organs towards the world of objects outside, isn't it? At least if there are no human, we need a mobile or apps or gadgets or TV or radio. Switch on to the FM, something or the other. But here it says, one who enjoys one's own self. I am the best friend of my own self, in the sense, without anybody, without anything, I should be in a position to be happy. No video games, no FBs, Instas, YouTubes, Disney's, Hotstars, Amazons, whatever it is. And number two less. Without all that, when I'm alone, I should not just slip off to sleep, but I should be vigilant and happy with my company. And then he says, Milena kada kalpane chini mehi. So he says, and again, a person doesn't get into a fantasyful world or scheming, planning, dreaming, daydreaming, staying in some hallucinations, assumptions, nothing. Staying in the present with the self. In other words, just sit and see your own activity, which is continuously happening day in and day out. The blood circulation. Just focus on the heart region or at the heart region and observe, try to listen to the lub, dub, the heartbeat, and see how the heart pumps the blood, and like a fountain it flows all through the body to the extremities, and how again the blood rushes back to the heart for purification. Purification happens in lungs, in kidneys, and all other things. Let us not go into biology of it. That how we are handling in our meditation sessions. But here, your own heartbeat. Feel the flow of blood in the arteries and veins, if not at the capillaries. Capillaries are too small and too sensitive for us to observe. But veins, yes, if you focus, close 80% of your eyes and 20% eyes open, focus at the body level. You feel the flow. You be your own friend. You see how the blood dances inside, how the muscles contract and relax, how the cells rise and fall, the mutation of the cells. Observe, be your own friend. But never indulge in fantasies, abhors, forsooth. Next he says, Chelena manem nishchayo dhruda jacha. So, there should be an unshakable, firm resolve in the mind about your own self and enjoyment. Chalena mani nishchayo drudachala. That's what he says. So where unshakable resolve should the mind recall. And such person, I tell you, when you are unshakable in your mind, that says you are not confused, you are not wavering. There are no chanchalatva in the mind. The mind is not like the house and turf. It is still, peaceful, calm, composed. Understand? The downfall of the man happens because of three things: lust, anger, and miserliness. Once we are out of all this, we are blissful. That is our true self. Jenim dhanyato dasa sarvottamacha. A man with these qualities, who is resolved and firm in the mind and the best companion of one's own self without entertaining any fantasies in the mind, that person is the best. So at this stage, let us see today's catchy word from Ramacharitamanus, where in Doha 103 and Chaupai 3 it says like this: Shiva pada kamala jinnahi rahi nahi, Ramahi te sapunehu na sohahi, Bhinu chala bhisva naad padanehu, Rama bhagata kara lachanayehu. Today I dared to sing. Yesterday when this was played, they said that I have to sing, and I thought it will be a practice and a sadhana for me also. Therefore again I am adventuring to sing. So here it says, Siva pada kamala jinahahi ratinahi. A person, he says, those who is not in a position to love the lotus feet of Shiva, Ramahi te sapunehu na sohahi. Then he says, that person cannot even dream of pleasing Sri Ram. Ramahi te sapunehi na sohahi. Cannot please him even in dream. So this is an example which says how closely they are connected. Shiva and Ram. Ram's devotee will never fight against Shiva, or Shiva's devotee will not fight against. I know a lot of people, when they come across Shivalaya, they turn their face the other side. The Shivalaya, and I'm speaking about any, Shiva or Ganapati or Ambal, anything. There's such a strong fanatical Vaishnavites. But here very clearly it is said, Rama's devotee is Shiva's devotee, and Shiva's devotee is Rama's devotee. So, Bhinu Chala Viswanath Pada Neho Rama Bhagat Kara Lachana Evo. Guidelines. So, Shiva's feet is the sunrise sign of the devotees of Sri Ram. Very clearly it says. So, let us not have any fights. And if you go much further, much deeper, even Rama, Rahim are same. Krishna and Christ are same. We should go to that level. So, having this, peninsula into account, where predominantly we had these three cults of the Shaktites, Vaishnavites and Shaivites, he has said that. But now with the globalization, as we have all, we should see that all are the same at the essence. So with this, we'll conclude today's session here, and stay put with this oneness thought towards all the gods. Later on we say all the beings, but for the time being, let us see oneness in all the gods. Thanks for being with.